A warm greetings for the day. This is Chethan Kumar from Workneev, and I welcome all of you to this video on one of the most commonly asked question types from the reasoning aptitude section. That is the concept of blood relationship. Before we start, let me tell you something very important. That important thing is, if you are new to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon right away. Like I always say, this will give us a new subscriber and will give you updates on all our work in the future in the form of notifications. Also, we have made a lot of videos on various aptitude modules and posted on this particular channel. For your convenience, we have created playlist of all those videos, so don't forget to give them a watch once you finish watching this video. Now coming back to the point, blood relation topic is the most challenging at times due to its question format. People, in fact students, will not understand the question upon multiple reads. Relax. If this happened with you anytime when you were solving a blood relation problem, then you were solving it in a completely wrong way. Because most people make the same mistake almost every single time. So my suggestion to all of you is, do not read the question multiple times. Instead, go on listing the data in the form of a representation as you go on reading the question for the first time. So this will save a lot of time for you while you solve the problems in the later part. And if you have noticed, I used to directly go to the question in all our previous videos. But today I will give you some insights in the beginning itself, and I want all of you to make a note of the same, because this will make you feel comfortable while solving the problems on blood relationship every single time when you attempt in the future. So the basic concepts that I would like to discuss in the beginning are like this. Anytime in the blood relation video today, if I am writing any parameter inside a rectangle, understand that entity is a male entity, and if I write anything inside a circle, then that entity is female. So rectangle means a gentleman and circle means a lady or a girl, and we'll assume that both are A, B right now. Okay, male is A and female is B. And in the solution part, if I connect A and B, that is a male and female, with the double bidirectional arrow, then you should understand that both A and B are couple. Okay. Now the same A and B, but if I connect them with a single bidirectional arrow, then they are not couple, but they are siblings. And you can see both are in the same generation, right? They are siblings. And now one more interesting part is, what happens if both of them are in the different generation? That means one is above and one more is below, like this. Now you can see female is B and male is A, and B is above the hierarchy and A is the person who is in the lower level of the hierarchy. Now in this case, you need to understand B is the mother and A is the son. And how did I establish mother and son relation? Because I know their gender and I know that they are from different generation. And in this particular case, you understand single bidirectional arrow is used to connect two people from two different generation. In that case, they are parent and the son or daughter. So in that case, this will happen. Now, if you understand, in the place of A, right now you have a male, right? If you had a female, then what will happen? Then A will become the daughter of B. Okay. Now let me ask you another question. I'll change their hierarchy now. Male is on the top and female is in the low level of the hierarchy. Now tell me how A and B are related. It's a simple question right now. A is the father and B is the daughter in this particular case. So I hope it is clear for everybody, and I'll tell you something right now, and that something is, do not assume anything in blood relation concept. And what I mean by this is, see, sometimes certain names will be given, okay, and based on the name you cannot predict whether that particular person is a male or female, because there are few names that can be given to both male and female. So in that case, do not assume the gender directly by reading the name of the person. That is the first thing you need to avoid. And one more thing, in this case, if you see, if it is given B is the daughter of A, then do not assume that A is the father only, because it is given that B is the daughter of A, but nothing has been mentioned about A, right? So it can be mother as well. So in certain cases, you should not assume the gender again. So these are the two things you should never assume while solving a problem on blood relation. Now, without wasting much time, we will quickly move on to question number 1 from today's video. And the question is here. Answer choices are also available. Like I say in all my other video, pause the video for some time and try to solve this problem on your own, and then resume the video for the explanatory solution. Alright, we will move on with the explanation part, but before that, let me tell you what the answer to this question. Answer to the very first question of today's video is data insufficient. Now let us see why data insufficient is the answer. Now the first part is D is A's son. That brings us to the conclusion that D is definitely a man. We understand, and we will write D inside a rectangle. Okay, so that way I will write it here. I understood that D is a male and D is A's son, right? So that means A has to be in the previous generation, like this. But understand one point, they have not mentioned about the gender of A, and that's why I will not assume. I'll take it the neutral one. It can be a mother or father as well. We'll proceed with the next part of the question. C is the mother of P. Now another person is coming now. C is the mother of P and wife of D. Now we understand that C is the wife of D. And how will I write wife in the representation? Yeah. Now I understand D and C are couple, so that's the reason why I'm connecting them with the double bidirectional arrow. And then it is also given C is the mother of P, right? And that's the reason why I have to write P exactly below C. Now, after you write this representation, how is A related to C? So, in this particular case, data is insufficient because A could be father-in-law or A could be mother-in-law as well, since the gender of A is not given. And that's the reason why data insufficient should be the answer. Even though I see father-in-law as the answer, I should not go with that, because it can also be mother-in-law depending upon the gender. Since it is not given there, so the given data is insufficient to answer this particular question. So I hope question number 1 was easy. We will move on to question number 2. Read the question. Answer choices are also available. Pause the video and try to get the answer on your own. Alright, we will move on to the solution part right now. Introducing a boy, a girl said. Now, if you see, the introduction is about a boy, and who is introducing? A girl is introducing. Now, wherever you see he in the question, understand that he has to be replaced by the boy, and wherever you see my, that my has to be replaced by the narrator, in this case a girl. Okay, understand this. Now she is saying some sentence and we will go on writing it in terms of a representation. That will make our task simple. I'll initially go with the first part of the question. Introducing a boy, a girl said, he is the son of. That means we are talking about the boy, right? So I'll take the boy over here and I'll take that boy as P. He is the son of the daughter. That means his mother has to be in the previous generation. So I have taken as a lady. So son of the daughter of whom? Daughter of father of my uncle. Now if uncle has to be there, then definitely he has to be the brother of this lady, right? Only then the girl can call him uncle. So he is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. So father of my uncle will be father for my mother as well, right? In this case, I'm assuming that I'm the girl because I'm the one who is reading the question. And now think like the presenter of this particular video as the girl. Now, if I'm the narrator and I'm the girl, I'm saying this sentence. The boy is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. If I am saying this sentence, then where should be me? Definitely, I should be the daughter of the same lady, whatever I've taken here. Okay, only then this sentence will become correct. And now most people, what they do is they will directly stop their representation or the calculation over here, and they will end up taking the answer as how is a boy related to the girl? Brother, right? Directly they will go with the answer. But whenever data insufficient is there in the answer choice, you have to be little careful because you have assumed that this particular gentleman S has only 2 kids. Who knows? He might have other kids as well, right? Now we will see that possibility also. Initially, we have assumed this way, right? So the boy is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. Now the girl is saying this particular person as uncle. So in order to call him uncle, she need not be the daughter of Q only, because another possibility is there. For example, imagine this Q had one more brother called U, and the girl is right now his daughter. Now in that case also the same sentence will be valid, right? Now if I read the sentence in the girl's perspective, what happens? He is the son of the daughter of the father of my uncle. Now again this person is uncle to the girl again, and the sentence will be valid for this representation as well. Now in this case, if you answer the question how is the boy related to the girl, he will be her cousin, right? So cousin is also possible, brother is also possible, and that's why multiple answers can be correct for this problem. So with the available data we will not be able to answer this, and that's the reason why data insufficient is the answer to this question. I hope question number 2 is also clear for everybody. Having said that, we will go to the third question, which is slightly challenging than the previous 2 problems. The question number 3 for all of you over here, and it's a puzzle based question. Okay, let me check how many of you will get the answer quickly. All right, I hope that everyone has got the answer. Now we'll move on to the solution part. Now to solve this problem, you need to understand every single time when plus, minus and percentage multiplication symbol comes, these are the relations you need to consider. Okay, now your question is which of the following shows that P is the maternal uncle of Q. So P has to be the maternal uncle of Q. Now understand, P is a man. You understood that P is a man. Now we will write the representation for each of the answer choices. Okay, now I'll go for the first one, Q minus N. What is the meaning of Q minus N? So let me take a cursor if you want, so that. Okay, see, Q minus N means, you can read this, A minus B means A is the brother of B. So if Q minus N is given, then Q is the brother of N. So I will write that particular representation over here. Q is the brother of N. So I understand Q is definitely a male because he is the brother of N. Now I have taken N as a female right now because I know the second part, N plus M. What is the meaning of N plus M? N plus M means N is the mother of M. So that's the reason why I've directly taken N as the mother and female. So if N is the mother of M, M has to be below N, right? And that's the reason why I've taken it. And how do I know that M is female? Because I have to read the next part of the question. So M cross P means M is the sister of P. So M is the sister. So in that case, M becomes a female. So M is the sister of P means the P has to be over here. See, now why am I taking P in blue color? Because you must have seen green means it is a man and red means it is a woman. So P has been taken in blue, right? Because there is no information about P's gender in the question. That's why I will take like this. Now, which of the following shows P as the maternal uncle of Q, right? See, now if you see, Q is in the top level of the hierarchy and P is below, right? In that case, P cannot become the uncle of Q. So in that case, directly it is gone. Or you can also think like this, gender of P is not given, so you cannot decide, right? And the more appropriate answer is C, Q is elder than P, because P comes in the lower level of the hierarchy. Definitely he has to be younger than that of Q. So that's the reason why P cannot become the maternal uncle of Q. So option 1 is eliminated. Now I'll go to option B, where it says that P plus S. What is the meaning of P plus S? P plus S means P is the mother of S. So P is the mother of S. That directly brings us to the conclusion P is the lady, right? But we are searching for P is the maternal uncle of Q. So option B is directly eliminated. So I'll go to option C right now. And option C says that P minus M. What is the meaning of P minus M? P minus M means P is the brother of M. So P is a male entity and brother of M. So now I'm taking M as female because I know the next part, M plus N, says that M is the mother of N. So that's the reason why I understand M is female. So if M is the mother of N, then N has to be below M, right? And how do I know that N is female? Because I have N cross Q, which says that N is the sister of Q. So if N is the sister of Q, then Q has to be over here. Again, I don't know the gender of Q because it is not given in the question. But right now you understand, is P the maternal uncle of Q? See, now Q is the son or daughter of this lady M, right? And P is the brother of M. So definitely the sister's daughter or son will be nephew or niece. And if you go in the reverse, how is P related to Q? Definitely mother's brother will become an uncle directly, or maternal uncle in specific. So that's the reason why option C is the right answer. So I hope it is clear for everybody. So without wasting much time, we will move on to question number 4 directly. So option C is right, and the question number 4 for all of you is available right now over here. Let me check who is the quickest to come up with the answer. Alright, so now it was somewhat similar to the previous question, but it is easier than the previous because you have only one representation to write. So I'll go with the solution part. L divided by M means L is the daughter of B. So L is the daughter of B means I definitely know L is a lady, and L is the daughter of M, right, according to this. So M has to be above the generation. So in that case, M is there. And now I know that M is a male because M cross O says that M is the father of O. So if M is the father of O, definitely M is a male, right? And if he is the father, O has to be below the hierarchy. So O is somewhere over here. And now I'll go to the next part. O minus P means O is the son of P. If O is the son of P, see already you know O is the son of M, who is a male, and if O is the son of P also, then definitely that particular lady has to be his mom. Yes, so that's the reason why I understand, since O is the son of P, O will automatically become a male, and already O's father is there, so definitely P will be his mother. And since this M and P will become a couple, I am representing them in the bidirectional arrow, double bidirectional arrow. Next, P divided by Q means P is the daughter of Q. That means P is here and Q has to be above the hierarchy, right? So that's the reason why Q is over here. Now that is the end of the representation. Let us check. How is L related to Q in the expression? See, L is here and Q is over here. Definitely 1, 2 and 3 generations are there. So definitely it is a grandparent or grandchildren relationship. You understand that. And L is the Q's daughter's daughter. So L is Q's daughter's daughter. In that case, L becomes the grandchild of Q. And you know the gender of L also, right? She is a female. So definitely she will become granddaughter. How is L related to Q? L is the granddaughter of Q. But if they ask you, let's say, how is Q related to L? In that case, what should be your answer? Now in this case, we do not know the gender of Q, right? It can be both grandmother or grandfather. In that case, you have to go for data insufficient because the data provided here will not be sufficient to answer the question. So I hope question number 4 is clear for everybody. Now we will move on to the last question of today's video, and that is given over here. Alright, let us check what is the answer to this problem. A man points to a photograph and says, such a lady in the picture is my nephew's maternal grandmother. That means the lady shown in the picture is the nephew's maternal grandmother. That means nephew's mother's side grandmother. So you understand that. Now, where should I start the representation from? So the representation has to be started from this case. Initially, I'll take O as the male and P as the female. Now, this tells me that the nephew, okay, my nephew's maternal grandmother. To write that representation, now I will take this O as the nephew directly and P is his mother. Now, if maternal grandmother is asked, then there is another lady above P and she is Q. Now nephew's maternal grandmother is over. That part is over. This O himself is the nephew and nephew's maternal grandmother is done. And now where is the person who is narrating this sentence? That is what you need to fix now. Now a man points to a photograph and says this sentence. So now who is saying this sentence? A man is saying. And if man is calling this O as nephew, then definitely where should that man be? That man has to be in the same generation as that of O's mother, right? Only then he can call O as the nephew. Now that particular man who is narrating this particular line is R. And that tells us that both R and P are the kids of Q. So I hope you have understood. Now the question is, how is the lady in the photograph, that is this Q is the lady in the photograph, right, is related to the man's only sister. Who is man's only sister? That is P, right? How is this Q related to P? Definitely she is the mother. So that's why I told you, if you write the given particular question in terms of a representation, answering any blood relation problem will become easier task for you. So that brings us to the last part of this video. I'll give you a practice problem and I want all of you to type the answer to this question in the comment section. Alright, fantastic. And that brings us to the final part of this video. Thank you so much each and everyone for watching this, and all the very best for all your upcoming aptitude tests. Now before you move out of this video, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon over there, and also to post your queries, inputs or suggestions in the comment. And if you have not followed our Instagram page or Facebook page, I will also encourage all of you to do that immediately. And with that said, I will take your leave until I come up with a fresh new concept in the next video. This is Chethan Kumar wishing you an extraordinary day ahead.